So your Maine Coon is huge, right? And trying to use a standard litter box is just a guaranteed mess. If you're constantly sweeping up scattered litter or wiping down the floor because your cat literally cannot fit, you already know the drill. Finding the right large litter box isn't just optional, it's absolutely essential for your sanity and, of course, for your cat's health. But here's the catch. Most boxes labeled jumbo on the pet store shelf, they're still way too small for this breed. The one box that actually fits a 20-pound Maine Coon comfortably might really surprise you. So today, we're counting down the top 5 options. Plus, we're going to expose a hidden, potentially dangerous design flaw in a very popular model, coming up at rank number 4 that almost nobody warns you about. Now, every box on this list has been physically tested with real Maine Coons using our strict pet scorecard. We grade on 5 specific criteria: fit and comfort, durability, safety and practical risk, ease of use, and value for money. Each category earns a score out of 10, giving us a final letter grade backed by hard facts. So let's dive right in. Starting us off at rank number 5, we have the Nature's Miracle High-Sided Litter Box. This one is widely considered a solid, budget-friendly starter option. The immediate benefit here is the design of those 10-inch high sides, which are specifically built to contain urine and litter scatter. The plastic is undeniably thick, and it holds up exceptionally well to deep scratching. Plus, there are no sharp edges or small parts to worry about. But keep in mind, a 22-pound Maine Coon is still going to feel pretty cramped in here, and maneuvering a scoop around those fixed high sides is actually quite awkward on a daily basis. Let's look at the scorecard. Fit and comfort gets a 7. It's backed by a solid 8 for durability and a 9 for safety and practical risk. Ease of use drops to a 6 because of that awkward scooping angle, and value for money sits at a 7 for its standard $30 price point. That brings the overall score to 7.4, with a final letter grade of B-. It's a decent starter box, but if your Maine Coon is on the larger end of the breed, you're definitely going to want something bigger. Moving on to rank number 4, the PetSafe ScoopFree Ultra. Now this is a self-cleaning automated model. And look, that sounds incredibly appealing on paper, right? It automatically rakes waste into a sealed compartment. However, when you actually place a Maine Coon inside, you quickly realize the interior is surprisingly narrow. It entirely fails the true test of a large box. On top of that, the plastic raking mechanism is highly prone to jamming with clumping litter and large volumes of waste. At $150, you're basically paying for an electronic gadget that simply is not Maine Coon proof. And this brings us to a really critical warning. When the automated convenience actually works, it's fantastic. But there is a severe mechanical safety hazard here. Because of the limited floor space and that automated rake, large cats can actually get their paws caught in the mechanism. If this system jams while you're away at work, waste piles up rapidly, creating a potential biohazard nightmare right in your home. The scorecard is pretty brutal here. It scores a 5 for fit and comfort and a 6 for durability, but safety and practical risk plummets to a 4. While ease of use gets a 9 when it's functioning perfectly, value for money bottoms out at a 3. That's an overall score of 5.4, earning a failing final letter grade of D. We highly recommend you avoid this model entirely if your cat is over 15 pounds. The internal motor just cannot safely handle that weight class. All right, let's look at rank number 3, the Catit Jumbo Hooded Cat Litter Box. Now, this box solves every single problem the PetSafe created, and it does it for a fraction of the price. This is actually the first box on our list that genuinely and comfortably fits a full-grown Maine Coon. It features a nice wide entry, a remarkably high ceiling, and a smooth, expansive interior that gives a large cat plenty of room to just turn around. The top entry design significantly reduces scatter, and the hood lifts entirely, making it very easy to clean. The only minor drawback we found is that the plastic securing clips can weaken a bit over time. Let's check the scores. It earns an 8 for fit and comfort and a 7 for durability, but it really shines with a 9 for safety and practical risk and 9 for value for money, especially given it retails for just $45. With an ease of use score of 8, it earns an overall score of 8.2, landing a final letter grade of A-. Honestly, this is the absolute best budget pick for a giant cat. The only reason it doesn't rank higher is because our final 2 options just offer superior premium build quality. Coming in hot at rank number 2, the Iris Top Entry Cat Litter Box. This is a really sleek, modern option with a genius top entry design that contains litter scatter like nothing else on the market. The build quality here is exceptional. The thick molded plastic feels nearly indestructible, and since there are no moving parts or side doors, it is incredibly safe for your pet. However, the design does require your cat to jump onto the lid and drop down inside. That also means you'll be lifting the entire top off just to scoop. Plus, older or heavier Maine Coons might seriously struggle to navigate that jump in and out. The scores definitely reflect this specialized use case. It hits an 8 for fit and comfort, an outstanding 9 for durability, and a perfect 10 for safety and practical risk. Ease of use dips to a 7 due to that lid removal for cleaning, but the 9 for value for money brings the overall score to a solid 8.6, giving it a final letter grade of A. At $50, this is a fantastic, highly hygienic option, but exclusively for mobile Maine Coons under 7 years old. You should avoid it entirely if your cat has arthritis or any mobility issues. And finally, our ranked number 1 pick, the Modkat XL Litter Box. This is the absolute gold standard. It's the only box we reviewed that is specifically engineered from the ground up for giant breeds. The dimensions are just massive, 20 inches wide and 16 inches deep. It features a large, low walk-in opening that perfectly accommodates any cat, from clumsy little kittens to stiff seniors. Plus, it's constructed from premium antimicrobial plastic with incredibly safe, smooth walls and absolutely zero hinges or traps to catch fur. But what truly separates the Modkat XL is how effortless it is to maintain compared to standard jumbo sizes. The interior is completely seamless, meaning nothing gets stuck in the corners. It's just a simple one-wipe clean. Furthermore, it utilizes a custom, reusable litter liner system. When it's time for a full, deep clean, you literally just lift the liner out. Complete litter changes take roughly 2 minutes, which drastically reduces your daily chore time. The winning scorecard is undeniable. It gets perfect 10s for fit and comfort and safety and practical risk, plus 9s for both durability and ease of use. Value for money comes in at an 8, which acknowledges the premium $90 price tag. But all of that yields an unparalleled overall score of 9.2, earning our only final letter grade of A+. Yes, it requires an upfront investment, but it eliminates every common large litter box complaint and will easily last your cat for years. So, here is your final, decisive verdict. If you want the absolute best containment, size, and hygiene for your Maine Coon, and you're willing to invest in a permanent solution, get the Modkat XL. If you're on a tight budget but you still need proper space, the Catit Jumbo is your clear winner. And above all else, do not waste your money on self-cleaning gimmicks that simply cannot safely handle a large breed. Never settle for a box that's barely wider than your cat. Remember to score the gear before you spend. If this explainer provided the exact evidence you needed to make the right choice for your Maine Coon, go ahead and hit subscribe. We are rigorously testing new pet gear every single week so you never have to guess again.